Hello everyone. As usual, we start with our today's current affairs with a short revision also for every current affairs before we have done. So first thing is line of actual control issue was there. So we thought we got to know that there is something called working mechanisms for consultation and coordination and corps commander meetings where it will address for retro redeployment. So at the border of China and India, that is called as line of actual control. So the second is the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. We know that it has been begun with the Shanghai 5 and later we have 10 members now including India, Kazakhstan and Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan except Turkmenistan in that Central Asia, Iran, Pakistan, India, China, Mongolia and Russia. So India is participating is what we have gone through. Then we have Shanmuga Arts, Science, Technology and Research Academy in Tamil Nadu has given this Shastra Ramanuja Prize to one of the person like Alexander Dune from Georgia Institute of Technology. Okay, this is for age of below 32 who do excellent work in mathematics. Okay, next we have seen as UN is going to hit its 80th anniversary. G4 countries India, Brazil, Germany and Japan call for urgent UNSC reforms so that more representation will be there. So next we have seen South China Sea and their conflicted areas. So under that we decided East China Sea mostly comprised of Japan, China and Taiwan. Whereas when it comes to South China Sea we have different countries apart from this Taiwan and China. So we'll see what are those again. Say Senkaku Island, it is in Eastern China Sea. Senkaku is in Eastern China. Spratly Islands are in south between China, Taiwan, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia and Brunei. Spratly Islands. Parcel Islands is in China, Vietnam and Taiwan disputed. Scarborough Shoal, it is China, Philippines and Taiwan. So this is the thing we have seen yesterday. Today we don't have much of current affairs in international relations. Next we see organizations. So first thing is CDSCO Drug Alert Summary. So the full form of CDSCO is Central Drug Standard Control Organization. So it has given a drug alert that over 50 drugs including paracetamol which we use on daily basis or pandy or antibiotic medicines for diabetes and all. We have these are deemed to be not safe. They are not following a safeguards. So for the quality, that is what is the kind of alert given by Central Drug Standard Control Organization. Standard Control Organization. Okay. So impact is this is also actually impacting common medications. So there has to be steps taken up. So why it is important? It is important for public health, and we should have a like stringent regulatory oversight should address the challenges in healthcare. So next one is the World Intellectual Property Organization. So why this organization is important? Because it has released recently Global Innovation Index. Okay. So now the question will be Global Innovation Index is released by which organization? It is by World Intellectual Property Organization. So according to it, India's Information and Communication Technology Service Export is in first position globally. So ICT, India stands for first position. So venture capitalist, so India is having a strong position in startup ecosystem also. Whereas in unicorn companies, 8th globally India is ranked. That is what about the Indian ranking. Overall 39th rank out of 133 countries. India is having a good position and it has raised from 42nd position from 42nd to 39th now. So that is about World Intellectual Property Organization which is releasing Global Innovation Index. So next current affairs on economics. This is important news, that is China Shock 2.0. So that means what is it? China Shock 2.0. There are surge in Chinese exports in sector like solar, electric vehicles and semiconductor due to domestic slowdown. So they are searching for I export. What is the news? News is US has imposed tariffs including 100% duty on electric vehicles to counter Chinese exports. So likewise, India and other nations are also taking steps to protect domestic industries from impact of China shock 2.2. Okay, so this is the thing main heading. Then we have under economics only Paryatan Mitra and Paryatan Didi. So the summary is like this. It is launched by World Tourism Day on World Tourism Day 2024. This initiative by the Ministry of Tourism aims to enhance tourist experience and promote the job creation for natives. So the scheme name is Paryatan Mitra and Paryatan Didi. So what are the major focus here? It is focusing on women and youth and their employment. It is focusing on majorly 6 key destinations. Among them, these are the things. Orcha is in Madhya Pradesh, Gandikota, Andhra Pradesh, Bodh Gaya is in Bihar, and Jodhpur, Rajasthan. These were the key areas, destination areas to be focused, and Paryatan Mitra and Paryatan Didi scheme announced by Ministry of Tourism. Okay, it is also kind of promoting digital literacy and encouraging local employment. Okay, the regions are important. Orcha is in Madhya Pradesh, Gandikota, Bodh Gaya and Jodhpur. Next thing is PLI scheme for textile sector. So we want to revise the textiles of India. We want to boost the export of textiles. That's why PLI scheme for textiles has been announced. So production linked incentive. See, the figure exactly explains. Production linked incentive. Okay, incentives focus on man-made fibers and technical textile this year. So because there is a export stagnation, India's textile export are stagnated at $35 billion, while competitors like Vietnam and Bangladesh gain market share through favorable trade agreement. So we are kind of competing with Vietnam and Bangladesh. So job creation is one of the main target of government now, and we are giving through PLI scheme. So we'll see a little bit on PLI scheme. So it is launched in 2021. Why? Because to boost domestic manufacturing, reduce imports and enhance exports. So how it works? It offers a performance-linked incentive based on incremental sales of domestically manufactured products. So sector covered around 13 sectors like electronics, textile, automotives, pharmaceutical, telecom, renewable energy, etc. So total budget 1.97 lakh crores, approximately $28 billion. So this is about PLI scheme. We are aiming to boost textile sector competing with Vietnam and Bangladesh. Then we have T+0 settlement. So it is related to stock market. So actually we should have implemented T+0 settlement cycle from September 30th, 2024, but it is postponed now. First of all, we should know why and what is it. First, T+0 settlement means it's a system allows for same day settlement of trades where both funds and securities are exchanged. When immediately the securities are given, funds has to be given back. So on the same day. T+1 where 1 day relaxation will be there for the transaction. So why it is postponed? Because there is a resistance from foreign portfolio investors. Why? Because they are not fully prepared for seamless implementation as of now, because it requires due to pre-funding requirement, and it is difficult for them to give the fund on the same day. So that is the agitation from FPI. That's why it is postponed. But it will be giving more efficient way of settlement, and also have a faster settlements if we implement this. So we are aiming for phase-wise implement in T+0 trade moving forward. So that's all for today's economic news. Then we'll go for mapping. So already we learned about Lebanon, where Hezbollah in Lebanon got attacked by Israel. So Lebanon border we have seen Lebanon is bordered by Syria and Israel and also Mediterranean Sea. Then we have seen Litani River is the longest river of Lebanon. Today we are going to see Vizinjam International Seaport. Important here is where is it located? It is in Kerala. Why it is in news? So recently the Mediterranean shipping companies ANA, which is one of the world's largest container ship, so it got stopped here at Vijinjam International Seaport in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. So it is very significant mark because it marks as a milestone for seaport, boosting India's maritime infrastructure and global connectivity. So we have seen on mapping today in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala, we have Vijinjam Seaport. Next we have science and technology. We have more today also and we'll quickly revise in short. DF-41 is an intercontinental ballistic missile by China. Then we have seen we are planning for a Venus orbital mission similar to MOM, Mars orbital mission. Now we have seen AB head bulletproof jacket, that means advanced ballistics for high energy defeat. Yesterday it will be weighing 8.2 kg to 9.5 kg. Then we have seen DRDO is also focusing on deep technology like blockchain, AI and quantum technology for national security. They have allocated 1 lakh crore funding there. Then we have India and US collaborating to establish semiconductor fabrication plant under semiconductor mission, India's semiconductor mission and fab plant for national security self-reliance initiative. So then we have seen about supercomputers. Its Prime Minister inaugurated Param Rudra. Now along with Param Siddhi AI Airavat, we have Param Rudra also. Today's news is about BrahMos Aerospace Initiative. It's an India and Russian joint venture specializing in supersonic cruise missile. So we already know when it comes to ballistic missile, India is having Agni series. When it comes to cruise missile, we should be knowing it is BrahMos. BrahMos is a cruise missile. That means it will go above the atmosphere, cruise missile very fast, right? So you should inquire little more on cruise missile. We'll take a session on cruise missile separately to explain in detail. So cruise missile. There is an initiative started, BrahMos Aerospace Initiative between India and Russia. So it's a India-Russian joint venture. So we are giving some vacancies for exactly reservation for former Agniveers. I'll just read out. 15% of technical and administrative roles reserved for Agniveers. 50% of vacancies in administrative and security roles reserved. So industry collaboration, BrahMos is encouraging over 200 industry partnership or partners to reserve 15% of their workforce for Agniveers. So who are Agniveers? They are linked to Agnipath scheme launched in 2022, used into the armed forces for 4 years with 25% retained for an additional 15 years. So these Agniveers will be having a reserved places in BrahMos Aerospace Initiative. What is BrahMos? BrahMos is a cruise missile initiative. Then we have a army weapons stock. So Indian Army aims to extend the range of Pinaka rockets and diversify vendors for 155 mm artillery shells inspired by lessons learned from Ukraine war. So we want to diversify now and we are diversifying our vendors also. So particularly Pinaka rockets and all, yes. So we'll just have a look. Pinaka rocket system, range extension to 75 plus kilometers in progress. Pralay missiles, tactical ballistic missiles with 400 kilometer range. Then we have Nirbhay cruise missile. So you should be knowing these names particularly. Nirbhay is a cruise missile like that. Okay. Then we have high explosive rockets, Pinaka range extension 15% to 20%. And we have ADM system, anti-tank and anti-personnel munition trial ongoing. So these are the news for today from science and technology. Then we'll see internal security based. Already we have seen Assam Accord. They had like government chief minister was having a talk with AASU, and they have started implementing class 6 of Assam record. So it is for identity protection, legislative safeguard, cultural reservation, political representation. Then we have read about Globe Network. Why? So India elected to the steering committee of a Globe Network to counter corruption and financial crime. We have seen that. So what was that? Globe Network, steering committee of Globe Network. So that was the internal security. Today we don't have much news on it. Now we'll see the geography part. So in geography part, we already seen mineral security finance network. It's a contract between India and US, because we don't want to depend on China's export. Then we have seen Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. They're planning for a Eastern Rajasthan Canal, and they have signed for a memorandum of agreement. So it is between Chambal, Parbati and Kali Sindh rivers. So what is it? Eastern Rajasthan Canal Project. Then we have seen about urban flooding, the reasons. So Guwahati recently experienced it. It's a revision. Today we don't have much news on it. So then we have a polity. So we revise. We read about custodial death related, police offender convicted under section 304. We have culpable homicide and then murder differentiation in this article. Later we have seen about Lokpal and Lokayuktas. Then we have seen CJ's speech in Nambiar Memorial Lecture. He said, Constitution is a living document and it will adjust according to the social change. And A.K. Gopalan case spoke about due process of law. So these are some of the points. Ratri Sati initiative was also going to be changed, reformed, because there are 12,000 untrained police personnel involved in that. So that was the news in polity yesterday. Today we don't have much of the news. Under environment, so about cheetah we have spoke. Then we have today we have a talk on Delhi's air quality, which has fallen to poor category according to air quality index. Okay, marking the start of North India's pollution season. So North India's pollution season has begun. So Delhi's air quality fallen to poor category. So system of air quality and weather forecasting and research along with the CPCB has announced it. Okay, so there are some reasons why is it happening, and what are the impacts. Reasons are vehicle emission, industrial pollution, stubble burning, coal power plants, etc. And we know health impacts will be there, environment, reduced productivity, etc. So we also should take good measures and monitor. So we are following Bharat Stage 4 norms, and we have NCAP National Air Quality Index, and then we have a graded response action plan for Delhi air quality measurement. So all these things have to be measures we are taking. Then one more article on the same thing. We have Commission for Air Quality Management got criticized by Supreme Court. For what? For ineffectiveness in curbing pollution. Despite the commission is claiming it has improved. So the commission got criticized by Supreme Court. Commission for Air Quality Management. So it was established in 2021. So yes, it is established under CAQM, that is Commission for Air Quality Management Act. So it's a statutory one. So that is the news about environment air quality index. One is on Delhi's poor quality of air. One more is Supreme Court is criticizing which one? So Commission for Air Quality Management. There is a commission particularly for air quality management. So those were the two related air pollution ones. Next we have a ethics. So one we already studied. So Francesca Gino is well-known American behavioral scientist. She was manipulating data is what is the news, and then she says that she is innocent. That was the case. Then we have Kolkata Arjikar Medical College, which was giving 70% of from that we got to know that 70% of government hospital waste contract goes to one single organization, that is SNG Enviro Solutions. So this is causing many issues like governance, ethics, public health, environment. So we understood about cycle of corruption also. Then we have seen about unethical hacking. So here talks about cyber security also and data protection. Then today's news is on human dignity violation. So Dominique Pelicot is on trial for drugging his wife Gisele Pelicot, enabling stranger to rape her for nearly a decade, alongside 50 co-defenders including firefighters and journalists. Such a like unethical act, right? So that was one thing against a woman. So here there is a ethical issues like human dignity violation, gender based violation, or violence particularly, societal complicity, marital trust breach, patriarchal dynamics. These are the ethical things involved in this. So when it comes to ethics, about Bhagat Singh, we have already read about it yesterday. So it was commemorating event. So under that we memorized certain things. He was multilingual intellectual. So he wrote a book called The Problem of Punjab's Language and Script, and also certain books like Communal Right and Their Solution, Students and Politics, The Problem of Untouchability, What is Revolution, Why I Am an Atheist, and About Human Spirit. He wrote, we get to know about it from letters to Sukhdev. So these are some of the things we should be noting from Bhagat Singh, and we should be learning also. So this is about history. That is all for today. We also revised as well as we also gone through today's current affairs. This is how we will be continuing moving forward also. It's revision plus the current day's current affairs, so that we will be thoroughly prepared. So this is how this series is differentiating from other current affairs series, where they'll be giving one day current affairs, but here it is not like that. The major intention is not giving just current affairs, but to learn it thoroughly and remember it for long, so that you will be using it in exam hall. That's all for today. Have a good day.